Hi friends, I'm Ruslan and the INFAPORT-FINANCE channel. Today, we are going to talk about financial mistakes that are worth preventing. Knowing these mistakes will help you avoid financial problems and manage your finances more effectively. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that is very close to my heart: how to avoid financial mistakes. You see, financial prosperity is not luck, but the result of smart decisions. We've all seen people drowning in debt, living from paycheck to paycheck, and wondering how it all went wrong. The truth is that many of these money problems stem from common mistakes that can be avoided with some knowledge and a fair amount of common sense. We take a look at 10 of the most common financial traps that can lead you off the path to financial freedom. We're not out to shame anyone. Our goal is to arm you with knowledge so you can make informed decisions about your money. We'll break down these mistakes, show you their consequences, and most importantly, give you the tools to avoid them. So fasten your seatbelts, get ready to take notes, and let's get on the road to financial wellness together. Imagine getting into a car, stepping on the gas, and you have no idea where you're going. This is what managing your money without a budget looks like. A budget isn't some scary monster. It's just a plan for your money. It tells your rubles where to go, instead of you wondering where they went. Without a budget, you guys are flying blind. You don't know how much money is coming in, and you certainly don't know where it's going. This leads to overspending, overdue bills, and that same queasy feeling when you check your bank account. Budgeting is not about depriving yourself of pleasures. It's about taking control of your finances and making money work for you. Речь идет о том, чтобы определить свой доход, отслеживать свои расходы и распределять свои деньги таким образом, чтобы это соответствовало вашим целям. It's about taking control of your finances and making money work for you. Want to buy a condo? A budget will show you how to save for a down payment. Want to get out of debt? A budget can help you find the money to pay off those pesky loans. A budget gives you clarity, control, and peace of mind. Let's talk about the trap that millions of people fall into: the paycheck-to-paycheck vicious circle. It's a very stressful way of life, where you're always waiting for the next paycheck to make ends meet. You are one unexpected expense away from financial disaster. A broken down car, an unexpected medical bill, you start hustling, borrowing money, and saving up debt just to stay afloat. This cycle steals your peace of mind and keeps you from moving forward. You're working hard, but you feel like you're barely keeping afloat. It's like running on a treadmill. You're putting in the effort, but you're not going anywhere. The good news is that breaking out of the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is possible. It all starts with a budget, folks. Identify areas where you can cut costs, even if only a little. Can you take your lunch from home a few times a week? Give up your daily latte? Every ruble counts. Then attack your debts with all your might. Use the snowball method. Make a list of your debts from smaller to larger, regardless of the interest rate. Make minimum payments on all but the smallest debt and throw all the spare cash you have at it. Once it's paid off, take the money you paid on it and attack the next highest debt. We're going to talk about ignoring savings. You know, a lot of people think saving is just for buying an apartment or early retirement, and yes, those are great goals. But let me tell you something, friends. Life has its surprises. Your machine breaks down, you lose your job, your washing machine breaks down, bam! You are faced with unforeseen expenses. That's why you need an emergency fund. It's not your vacation fund or your fund for a new phone. It's your "oh no, my world is crumbling" fund. You should have an amount equal to 3 to 6 months of living expenses set aside in a safe, affordable account. It will be your airbag when life throws you a challenge. Now that you have an emergency fund, it's time to think about the long term. I'm talking about retirement, children's education, that trip to Sochi. Whatever your goals are, you need a plan to achieve them. That's where investments come in handy. Don't let these Wall Street guys intimidate you. Investing doesn't have to be complicated. There are many resources available to help you get started, even if you are a beginner. The key is to start early and invest regularly. Remember compound interest? It's like magic, folks. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money will have to grow. Even small contributions can turn into a significant amount of money over time. Let's talk about impulse buys, friends. You know the feeling? You're walking through the mall, browsing items online, and bam, you see something shiny and new. Suddenly you have to have it. That, my friends, is the sweet-voiced song of momentary pleasure, and it is a dangerous path. We live in a buy now, pay later world, and it's designed to keep you in debt. Those tempting credit card offers, those catchy advertisements, they all play on your desire for instant gratification. But let me tell you, the fleeting feeling of joy from an impulse purchase quickly passes, and what are you left with? I'm not saying you can never buy yourself something nice. Deprivation is not the answer, but you need to approach your spending in a conscious way. Create a budget and stick to it. Know where your money is going and make sure your spending is in line with your values and goals. One of the best ways to combat impulse buys is the 24-hour rule. Thinking about buying something you don't really need? That's great. Write it down, make a list, and step back. Give yourself at least 24 hours to think about it. Let's talk about something that's not getting enough attention: financial literacy. Look, they don't teach this in school, and it's not your fault if you didn't grow up in a family that knows how to handle money, but the truth is that financial illiteracy can cost you dearly. It's like trying to walk a maze in the dark. You can make your way by feel, but you'll likely hit a few bumps and accumulate debt along the way. But the good news is, it's never too late to learn. Taking control of your finances can start with understanding the basics. What is a budget? How do interest rates work? What is the difference between stocks and bonds? These are all fundamental financial concepts that everyone should understand. Fortunately, we live in an age where information is more accessible than ever. Use financial apps and tools to track spending and manage your budget. Example: apps can help you control your finances and avoid unnecessary spending. Resources: try apps like Mint to manage your finances. Extra tip: use automatic notifications and reminders to monitor your spending in a timely manner. I know you might think, David, I'm busy. I don't have time for all these lessons. But the thing is, you don't need to become a financial expert overnight. Start by dedicating just 15 minutes a day to reading a book or listening to a podcast about personal finance. Think of it as an investment, not an expense. The knowledge you gain will pay dividends for the rest of your life. You know what the best part is? Most of these resources are free or very affordable. There is no excuse for remaining in ignorance. Debt is like that annoying relative who won't leave your house. You know the kind, forever eating your food, washed with your hot water, and never dumped on groceries. Excessive borrowing is a one-way ticket to financial heartburn. It's like digging yourself a hole with a teaspoon. Eventually, you'll need a backhoe to get out. Look, I've been in your shoes, looking at a mountain of bills that was taller than a stack of pancakes on a buffet. It's stressful, it's overwhelming, and you just want to crawl under the covers and hide. But you know what? You're better than this. You're smarter than that. You wouldn't jump into a pool without knowing how to swim, would you? So why jump into a pool without knowing how to swim, would you? Excessive borrowing is like a weight on your leg that pulls you down and prevents you from achieving your dreams. So how do you free yourself from the shackles of excessive borrowing? First of all, you need a budget, a plan for your money. It's like a GPS navigator for your finances, guiding you to your goals and keeping you from straying into a debt hole. Then it was time to focus on paying off that debt. Attack him with all your might, like a cheetah stalking its prey. Start with the smallest debt, wipe it out, and then direct that payment to the next largest debt, like a snowball gaining momentum rolling down a mountain. The essence of this method is about quick wins that build momentum and keep you motivated. Another option is the debt avalanche method. This time, you prioritize the interest rate, from highest to lowest, regardless of the amount owed. You focus on dealing with the debt that is costing you the most in interest first, which can save you money in the long run. The best strategy for you depends on your character and financial situation. Friends, let's talk about interest rates. Those insidious little devils lurking in the shadows of your finances. They are like termites, stealthily eating your hard-earned money without you even realizing it. High interest rates are like a financial kernel on your leg, pulling you down and keeping you from breaking out of the vicious cycle of debt. You see, these loan companies love to lure you in with their flashy offers and promises of easy spending. But what they don't tell you is that these high interest rates can quickly turn your coveted purchase into a financial nightmare. It's like buying a brand new car and then finding out it has a lawnmower engine. High interest rates are like a financial leak in your boat. You can row as hard as you can, but this current is slowly sinking your ship. Every payment you make seems like a drop in the ocean, and that's because most of it goes to interest rather than principal repayment. Time to patch that leak, folks. It's time to take control of your finances and stop letting those high interest rates eat away at your hard-earned money. So how do you avoid the high interest rate trap? Well, the first step is self-education. So how do you avoid the high interest rate trap? Knowledge is power, folks, and understanding how interest rates work is crucial to making smart financial decisions. Well, the first step is self-education. So, how do you avoid the high interest rate trap? Don't just grab the first offer that comes along. Compare interest rates from different lenders, credit cards, and loan options. It's like buying a car. You wouldn't buy the first car you see in the showroom, would you? Let's talk about credit cards, shall we? These little plastic rectangles that can be both useful tools and dangerous weapons, depending on how you use them. Misusing credit cards is like playing with fire. You may enjoy it at first, but eventually you will get burned. Credit cards can be tempting, I realize. It's like that little voice in your head that whispers, "Go ahead and treat yourself, you deserve it. You can always pay for it later." But let me tell you something, that voice is a liar. It is the voice of temptation leading you down the dangerous path of debt and financial stress. I'm not saying all credit cards are bad. In fact, when used responsibly, they can be a valuable tool for building credit history, earning bonuses, and even providing financial security in the event of unforeseen circumstances. The key is to use them wisely, as a well-trained hunting dog, not a wild animal. First of all, if you're going to use a credit card, make sure you can pay off the balance in full each month. Don't let that interest accumulate. It's like throwing money away, and we don't throw money away here. Treat your credit card like a debit card. Spend only the amount you can afford to pay back immediately. If you wouldn't buy it with cash, don't buy it on credit. Guys, let me tell you that not having a plan to deal with debt is like sailing without a rudder. You will simply be tossed from side to side by waves of interest rates and late payment penalties. You wouldn't drive across the country without a map. So why would you drive across the country without a map? You wouldn't drive across the country without a map. You have to sit down, sort through your numbers, and figure out exactly how much you owe, who you owe it to, and what interest rates you're facing. Now is not the time to bury your head in the sand. It's time to face the truth and clean up the mess. Look, the longer you wait, the deeper the debt hole gets. Minimum payments may seem tempting, but they will hold you captive to those debts for years, if not decades, and cost you a fortune in interest. Well, when it comes to fighting debt, there are several proven methods. One popular approach is the snowball method. You make a list of your debts from smaller to larger, regardless of interest rates, and attack that smallest debt with all your might while making minimum payments on the rest. Once the first debt is paid off, you take the money you've been throwing at it and funnel it towards the next largest debt, like a snowball gaining momentum by rolling down the mountain. The essence of this method is about quick wins that build momentum and keep you motivated. Another option is the debt avalanche method. This time you prioritize the interest rate from highest to lowest, regardless of the amount owed. Another option is the debt avalanche method. You focus on dealing with the debt that is costing you the most in interest first, which can save you money in the long run. The best strategy for you depends on your character and financial situation. Let me tell you guys something. Your credit score isn't just some random number. This is your financial report card. It shows lenders how responsible you are with your money, and trust me, they take notice. Ignoring your credit history is like ignoring a blinking red light on your dashboard. Sooner or later, it will auction you off. Imagine this: a good credit rating is your golden ticket. It can help you get lower interest rates on loans, qualify for better credit cards, and even rent an apartment. A bad credit rating, on the other hand, can be a burden to you, preventing you from moving forward. So, your credit score is based on several factors: your payment history, the amount you owe, the length of your credit history, and a few other things. The good news is that you have the opportunity to improve your score by paying your bills on time, keeping your credit card balances low, and not opening too many new accounts at once. Listen, a bad credit history can cast a shadow over your entire life. It can affect your ability to get a mortgage loan, buy a car with a decent interest rate, or even take out certain types of insurance. Some employers even check credit history when hiring. Ignoring your credit score is like walking around with a hole in your pocket and wondering where all the money went. You may not see the immediate consequences, but over time, those late payments and high account balances turn into missed opportunities and financial problems. It's time to take control of your financial future. Start by checking your credit report regularly. Look for any errors and dispute them right away. Then focus on forming good credit habits. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but with effort, you can build a solid credit history that will serve you well for years to come. Alright folks, in this video, we covered a lot of questions, from the importance of budgeting to the dangers of ignoring your credit rating. Remember that achieving financial freedom is not luck, but the result of making smart decisions and developing good habits. We talked about the pitfalls of living from paycheck to paycheck, the importance of building an emergency fund and saving for the future, about the dangers of impulsive spending and debt accumulation. We also discussed the importance of understanding interest rates, using credit cards wisely, and having a plan to deal with debt. Avoiding these financial mistakes is not about depriving yourself of pleasures, but about empowering yourself. It's about taking control of your money so that you can live the life you want, free from the stress and anxiety associated with financial instability. Remember that financial wellness is not a destination, but a journey, and it starts with a single step. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends and family. Let's spread the word about financial literacy and empower everyone to take control of their money. And remember, if you are facing difficulties, don't be afraid to ask for help. There are resources that can help you, and you don't have to go through this alone. I'll see you soon. Stay focused, motivated, and keep moving towards your financial goals. Today we discussed 10 financial mistakes that are worth preventing. We looked at mistakes in personal finance, credit and loans, and investing. Hopefully these tips will help you avoid financial problems and improve your financial situation. Friends, what financial mistakes have you made? Share your stories and experiences in the comments. Your stories may become useful for other viewers. What financial mistakes have you made and how did you correct them? Share your stories in the comments. What tips for preventing financial mistakes would you give? Write about it below. What resources and tools do you use to improve your financial literacy? Share your experiences. If you liked this video, give it a like and subscribe to the INFAPORT-FINANCE channel. Don't forget to click on the bell not to miss new episodes. Share this video with your friends and leave your comments. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Ruslan was with you.